Welcome all of you. Now you must be thinking that I am telling for every topic, please don't leave this, please don't leave heat also, please don't leave sound also. Yes, I am right. I am going to do sound numericals today, and I am telling you clearly sound is something where you should not leave the questions. Always attempt the sound questions because they are very simple ones that come for your exams, and the formula is also very small. Okay, so no missing questions, and see this sum. This is the typical type of numerical that comes for your exams. So see this and you will know how simple it is. Okay, after this also I am going to take up some more questions based on the different vibrations, frequencies, the primary note, secondary note and all that, subsidiary tone, all that. Okay, so see the video till the end because every sum is going to be a different time. Let's see. The person is standing in front of the cliff and he hears the speed of the sound is given and he hears the echo after 3 seconds. The first check is the two units of time are matching. Okay, second thing is now he hears the echo after 3 seconds. What does it mean? This man fires a gun and he hears the echo. Now the gun's sound goes like this and then comes back like this. So if this distance is d, the sound travels 2d distance. Okay, that is very important. Calculate the distance of the person from the cliff. So let's do the first thing first. Let us first do the A part. The first part is calculate the distance from the cliff. We will always take 2d. Which formula are we using? We are using d is equal to s into t, that formula that we always use for distance, speed and time. 2d is equal to, 2d is this distance, okay, that's distance sound travelled, and speed is 336 and time is 3. The total time taken to go the distance 2d is this. D is equal to 168 into 3, isn't it? So 168 into 3, that is equal to 504 meters. So the distance from here to here is a 504 meters. But the question does not end here. Let's see this part of the question. After moving a certain distance from the cliff, so the man was here, he moves back. He moves back a little bit, okay, and he fires the gun again, okay, and this time the echo is heard 1.5 seconds later. So now he does not hear it after 3 seconds, but he hears it after 4.5 seconds. Calculate the distance the person moved. Okay, now what we do is again 2, let's take capital D because it is the new distance now. Okay, and 336, this is going to remain same. Here we'll take a 4.5. Why a 4.5? Because 1.5 seconds later, not 3 seconds but 1.5 seconds later. So now D is equal to 168 into 9 by 2, which is 84 into 9, which is 756. Okay, so it is a 756 meter. Now how much did he move back? Okay, capital D minus small d, which is 756 minus 504, that comes to 252 meter. Okay, so the distance, this is the actual answer to the second question. The distance the man had moved back is, original d was 504, new d is 756. So now the distance he moved back is 252. Okay, so don't you think it's a very simple question? All you have used is this formula, okay, and echo questions always remember to take a 2D, okay. So that is it. Let's move on to the next question. So here we have a very common question. This is displacement. The y-axis is displacement and this is time. Very commonly asked, and let me tell you something, don't go to the exam in physics, ICSE boards without knowing this graph. Okay, your preparation is incomplete if you don't know this. Okay, name the type of vibration. The type of vibration is damped vibration. The type of vibration is damped vibration. Give one example of such vibration. Now, how do you give one example of such vibration? You can say when we shaking the branch of a tree, shaking the branch of a tree and then leaving it. What happens when we shake the branch of a tree and we leave it? Then what happens? Okay, So shaking the branch of a tree and then leaving it, what happens is you pull the branch like this and then leave it. Now the branch goes like this, it keeps on moving like this. First it moves this much, okay, and then slowly it moves, this much, and slowly it comes to a stop. Okay, so the amplitude of vibration slowly reduces and it comes to a stop. So the vibrations get dampened, that is damped vibration. You can also say taking a tuning fork and banging it at the side of the table and then leaving it. So first it makes a sharp sound, and after some time what you see is the vibrations are slowing down, the sound is also coming down, and the tuning fork slowly comes to a stop. So any of these examples you can write. Why is the amplitude of the wave gradually decreasing? Now here also you can see that the amplitude of the wave is gradually decreasing. That is why we say it is damping. Okay, the amplitude gradually goes down. Now why is the amplitude of the wave gradually decreasing? The amplitude of the wave is gradually decreasing because, why? Because of air resistance. Okay, air resistance. Even if you don't have time for the full answer, full statement, give them the keyword for air resistance or friction with air. That is enough, or friction with air resistance or friction with air. So this is a very common question, always asked in the exam. One question will definitely be from damped vibration. Now here is a very commonly asked. This length is 0.6 meter. Now this length is also 0.6 meter. Okay, and we see that this height, though in the diagram it is not looking, this much part is equal. In the paper it was equal, it looked equal. So my diagram might not be that good here, but it is actually equal. Okay, and now the 0.6 meter, you can see just half a wave. Why? What makes a full wave? This makes a full wave. This is a full wave. But if you have drawn only this much, this is only half of a wave. Okay, so this much, if I draw only this much, this is only half wave. Okay, so what we have to do next is we have to find if the frequency of the note produced by B, here this is N, what is the frequency in case of A? Now you see for the length 0.6, both have the same length. Okay, they have produced, it has produced one full wave here. It has produced one full wave here, whereas it has produced only half. So the frequency of this is always half of this. Why? Because we assume this to be, because this is the displacement time graph. Here this is happening in the same time. This much 0.6, it's happening in the same time. So if the frequency of the note produced by B is N, then this is N by 2. Answer is, see how little you have to write, it is simply N by 2. In which case is the note louder? Same loudness. Now why is it same loudness? Because amplitude is same. Amplitude is equal. Okay, both the waves have equal amplitude. What is amplitude? This height, or here. Okay, this one. So the maximum displacement about the mean position, that is amplitude. If the amplitude is same, the frequency can be different, but the amplitude is same, the loudness will be same. In which case is the pitch higher? Now here higher frequency, so pitch is higher for case B. For case B, higher the pitch, higher the frequency, higher the pitch. Okay, so for case B we have higher pitch. Okay, so let's see the next question. Now here I have, all these are happening in the same time period, because this is a displacement time graph and they are equal, given equal in the question. The frequency of the topmost wave is 100. What is the frequency of this, the bottommost wave? Okay, first let's see, this is just half a wave. Can you see this is one full wave? This is 1.5 wave, okay? And this is two waves, one wave till here, another wave till here, okay? Here this is 2.5 wave and this is 3 wave, okay? So what happens is, if in the same time they are forming just half a wave, the one that is forming has a frequency of 100 Hertz, okay? So for, if you have, this has a frequency of 100 hertz. Okay, here is 3 full waves. Okay, 3 full waves it is forming, means in other words, if this is half, this is basically whatever is the frequency of this is how many times of that? This is half. How do you make to 6? How do you make half to 3? Half into 6 will make it 3, isn't it? Half into 6, that will make it 3. So this wave is 6 times of this one. Frequency of this one is 6 times of this. Therefore, the frequency of the bottommost is a 600 hertz. Okay. So, if half is 100, then 3 times 1 is giving 600 hertz. Okay. Let's see the next question. Now, let us understand this question. The figure below shows 3 different modes of vibration of a string. This is important. Means when they say it is the same string, okay, means the length is same. Same length divided into 3 parts, 2 part and 1 part. Okay, so which is the largest amplitude? Naturally, this distance is highest in all of them. So the amp is highest here, C has the largest amplitude. Which has the least frequency? Now, in the same timing, even though this is not shown equal in the question, when they say least frequency, okay, look for the one which is giving you minimum number of waves. This is giving 1 full wave, 1.5 wave, this is half a wave. So least frequency is again C. Okay, least frequency is again C because it is giving minimum number of waves in the same time. What is the ratio between A to C? Okay, A is giving 1.5. So this is already 3 times of this. So this is half, this is 1.5. So the ratio between A to C, A first, C later, is 3:1. See how little you have to write. Okay, this is why I tell don't leave these questions. You do these questions, your question goes, your paper goes faster. Okay, so never leave these questions seeing them and thinking that they are difficult. Now this question, this was an MCQ question I thought I'll discuss. Now how does A differ? This is figure A and here is figure B. Now look at it. They have the same amplitude also. See, if they have given A here and A here, means amplitude is same. Okay, time also they are using the same time to form these waves, because you see these lines, they are coming in the same places. Now waves, what is it differing in? Frequency also it is same, because if they are using time, let's say 3 seconds, then they are forming 1.5 wave. Here also they are forming 1.5 wave. So frequency is also same. So amplitude is same, frequency is same. What is different? Okay, so they are not identical. They are not identical graphs. What is different is waveform. Waveform is different. Okay, so which is also called quality or timbre. Now if they ask further questions on this, what is quality or timbre? Now this is basically the characteristic of the wave which differentiates one source of sound from the other. Means this can, you are in a room and there is some musical instrument playing in the other room inside, and you are not being able to see it in the room inside, and you can hear the sound, you can hear the music. Now just by hearing the music, if you can tell this is a harmonium playing, or it is a tabla playing, it's a guitar playing, or it is a santoor playing, or it's a sitar playing, what is it playing? Okay, so just by listening to the sound, when we can say, we can talk about the source of the sound, that is quality or timbre. Okay, and how does quality and timbre? Frequency differentiates by different number of waves per second and all. Okay, but how does quality differ? Quality differs because of difference in waveform. Look at the waveform, it is clearly different. Okay, though frequency is same, even these two waves will have the same loudness also, because the amplitude is same. Okay, so they can ask you more questions on this. So you can say waveform, quality or timbre. Okay, and you can say they will have the same loudness, they will have the same pitch also. If they say which other characteristics are same, amplitude is going to, the loudness is same, the pitch is same, only thing that is different is the waveform or the quality or timbre. Okay, so that is the answer for this question. So that is it from this chapter. I thought these would be some interesting questions for you all. So I did these questions, whatever I found very interesting I did. Okay, so that's it. If you want maths videos for ICSE 2026, please check my other channel. The link, you'll get the link in the main channel page. The name of the channel is Paul's 10th Board Maths for ICSE. Okay, in this channel also you have lots of math videos for 10th ICSE. You can check in the playlist, but that channel is exclusively for maths for ICSE 10th. Okay, so please check that. Okay, because I'm uploading simultaneously there also. If you have liked the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Also leave a comment behind. I would love to hear your comments. Thanks all of you. Bye then.